Hello, we have a game where white tried a fancy opening, something similar to the black hole opening, and black played a bit too conservative this time and failed to reduce the center early enough, so white won the game by a small margin. Well, considering the reverse commie, it was more like a 12 points difference, so let's get into it. So black starts with normal moves, Komoku in both corners. White 5-4 is fine too, just goes for outside thickness. 5-5 it's a little more fancy, trying to confuse black I guess with this kind of move, but it's playable, at least as an experimental Fuseki play. That's a nice approach. Black has several moves to consider here like c5 or c4, but Sansan it's absolutely fine. So locally we would expect white to block the left side and then extend for a base. That would be the natural follow-up. But here is the kind of move that is similar to the black hole opening, this kind of approach, which is a little bit odd actually. And black plays away again, which is also fine. Locally, black can play a move like O17 just to make a Shimari, and now O15 looks like a cap trying to reduce potential Moyo. Black can also play a Shimari in the lower right corner, but it's fine to approach the top left. And the top left can also be played at c16, so just prevent the Shimari. Of course, white will play away because white has a preset pattern in this game, so I guess he'll continue with p6 like it happened in the actual game. So these last two moves are the kind of moves that black would play for a black hole opening. Well, something similar. Maybe it's one more towards the middle, like p7 and o15. It's supposed to be n15. But anyway, what white is trying to do is to set up this kind of moyo. So make a large box in the center. So black has to be alert and get into the middle of the game quite early in this particular game. So let's see. Now black plays a Shimari in the top right, but a very tight one, which is also fine. Well, locally, O17 is a bit better because even if white tries to cut, for example, P17, black can fight pretty well in this kind of situation and makes a bigger corner. Solid also. If white goes down, black will extend, and this way black builds even more, so white doesn't gain much with his fancy moves. So black should consider O17. Now black can also tenuki and extend on the left side, for example D15, step up to the fourth line. Now E16 needs to set up some kind of base, so push, Kosumitsuke, and then extend in the top. This would be a normal follow-up for the E16 stone, and then black can play the Shimari in the top. So black gets large corners in this case. So P17, then attach, and now black pulls back. This is a very conservative move and a bit slack. This is where black is starting to lose ground. Normally, black should hane under. Now when white gets ahead, black can push along, and here white can take the tiger mount, the vital point, but black simply pulls back and white jumps out. So already we can see the top right corner is much bigger than in the actual game, and black also keeps center. So again, black can go to the fourth line or extend to space jump in the top left corner. Now, if we imagine black played just q17 and white blocks at o17, black will never play p17 next because it's just a neutral point. So with this formation in the top of very powerful Kosumi, black can extend to space jump to the right. So this way black builds more in the corner towards the right side. Now when this happens, white should go down in order to keep pressure on the corner. Then when black plays away, white can consider a move to surround the top right corner. So black would extend on the right side, but it's better to extend r13. In the actual game, black decided to play only one space jump. So this is similar to the basic Joseki, where white has a stone at p16 and then a connection, and then black extends. But the shape is a bit different, so black shouldn't play in the way to revert to a normal Joseki. So here black can still play the Hane under, which forces white to no-B and stay connected. This way white is over concentrated, and on the right side black can extend further to build more. There is no way for white to separate this. So white can play a shoulder hit, black defends, and that's pretty much it. If white comes inside R15 or R14, black just links under and gets ahead again. So black can build more in the top right corner. Another way for black is to play the Hane in the top, keep Sente, then ignore, because the top corner is already safe. When white plays some move on the right side, this doesn't affect the corner at all. Black can push here, for example, or play away for R6 or something on the left side. So up to here, it feels that white's plan is working. I mean, he's playing very loose and kind of confusing, and black seems a little bit afraid in a way, with all these moves so conservative to enclose the corner. This Hane is an option, but black can think about the clamp. So when white goes down, black will wedge, and now no matter where white goes next, black can fight pretty well. So this is a way for black to get into the center. The problem is black doesn't have a ladder, being broken by p6, but the no bit's an option here. Now if white plays Atari the other way, black is happy to capture the top stone. Leave like this, it's a bigger corner. Anyway, that's a Tesuji to consider the clamp and then go up or down. And this way it's easier for black to live in the corner and then play away. Reduce the potential on the left side next. Hane it's also a natural move, then no-B, and white was supposed to block solid here. Then black will push, white jumps, black can wedge to create some cutting points. Now the corner leaves very comfortable, and then being Sente, black can extend on the left side or make a Shimari on the right side. So with this f17, white is trying to narrow the gap in the top, so prevents an invasion, but also it's going to be less. So black pushes, that's very good. And black should also wedge. White goes Atari and then he needs to connect. There are two cutting points there. This way gives more space for black in the corner. Back to the actual game. Another Shimari in the lower right this time, but another tight one. So white attaches again and black pulls back. So once again, black should consider the Hane. First of all, if white tries a move like R4 or crosscut or block with a tiger mouth, either way, it's fine for black. Black will pull back, white has to extend, black can push along one time, or just leave it like this and extend entry or play away. Tenuki it's a fine option too. If white covers on the right side, black will extend on the bottom. If white tries to surround from the bottom, black can push one time, then play the wedge. This wedge is always good because there are two cutting points, so white has to come back and protect. Now the corner is big enough, and then black should find ways to reduce the center. So gotta step up to the 4th line already and come into the middle in time. So pull back again. Now when Hane s6 and white crosscut, black can just Atari, then Atari from the outside, connect or take, Atari again. Here black can connect or counter Atari, then white takes, black plays away, for example wedge in Sente and capture back the ko. So the corner is still safe. Now if white tries R4, black can simply go up or block, sacrifice a stone and go between the moves, between the stones in the middle. So now the fancy move it's already hurt because black just draws a wall between white stones. So I see no reason for black not to play a move like s6 to go out of the corner and be more active. Another way after s6 is to no-B up, threatening the cuts in the center, so white defends, and then black is already safe, so it's time to tenuki. So once again we see the very tight and conservative defense. Here again black can play the 2-space jump. 1-space jump, it's a bit too narrow in this particular case. So white is trying a moyo on the right side now. A good idea to step up into the center and break the line between these two stones. That's the right spot to separate. Then nobi, very good. Keep pushing to separate. Turn is fine. But here instead of jump, black should hane. If white cuts, black has atari, then atari, atari again, and come inside. So giving one stone bait, black can destroy the top. Besides, black can also enter from this direction. So the right side becomes black's territory soon. The 1-space jump is nice, but white is getting a lot in the center. So this is a key point. Bamboo connection is good. White has to protect. Yeah, now it's time to do something about the left side. That's not a bad move. It looks a little bit overstretched, but maybe the way of thinking is that if white separates, black extends, and white will play something in the center now to keep the big moyo. Then black also has time to protect the bottom. The problem is that when black extends on the left side, white can surround e3. But maybe black can sacrifice that stone and just jump into the middle. So the plan would be to prevent a very big moyo for white in the top. So white still wants to build a lot in the center. Obviously, black extends for a base, that's a good move. Here white should play Kosumi and then Keima. And black needs to connect on the left side to be safe. Then white jumps along. And now the moyo is quite impressive, but can still be reduced. All these moves are sente. If white tries to resist with a cut, then black also cuts. When capture, double atari, connect, and black comes into the center. So white jumps, and black extends for a base. This f3 is very good. Now white is trying to push black low on the left side, but it's not such a big problem. Here black should bump. Black doesn't have to lose that stone. And this move threatens the connection to the top and also a way to enter the middle. So white needs to pull back. Then black can extend on the left side. Or just leave the position like this. I mean, the group is already safe, so why not extend here to build a big bottom side? This double up looks a little bit slow. I mean, after the bump, if black extends and white hane, black nobi, black connects the entire left side, and the territory is on the third line. This way, white can still jump in. So white took a stone, then black separates. That's a good idea. Now here, black can think about the attach, and when white hane, black can counter hane. And on the atari, black can connect, then white extends, black captures a stone. If white plays atari here, for example, this is just bait, and now black gets into the center. There is no way for white to connect. There's a Dametsumari. So this way, black gets to reduce the middle. And compared to the actual game, this is good enough to win the game for black. So jump. The pip is actually helping white, because maybe black wants to use the attach here, and as long as the pip is in place, white being solid is difficult to continue. So now black should either try to surround the two stones or just jump into the center. Jump out, let white jump too, and get into the middle. Those three stones white has in the lower left corner, they are still on the run, so they are busy trying to fix some eye shape. it's not easy for white now. He's still on the run. So this way, even if white managed to go out and connect to his stones on the right, black got some stones in the center, and it's much easier to reduce the moyo. So the pip it's a little bit ajikeshi, because when black uses a move like b5 and white cuts one way or the other, this way black gets to separate in the middle. But once the pip is played and white connects, there is no more combination to separate them. And this is too slack. Anyway, locally, this will make only one eye, so it's better to come out into the center. For two reasons. First, it attacks the three heavy stones, and then it also gets to reduce the center. Actually, it also rescued the group on the left side. So there are three purposes to go out. One, to save the group. The second, to separate white's heavy stones. And the third, to reduce white's center. So here white is trying a little base. But the style is to play tiger mouth and then attach and then separate black. So black has to run out. Playing like this, black is very happy to go down. Now, when white plays the clamp, if black blocks, there's Atari, connect, much easier to make some eye shape, and it keeps black separated on the left side. So when black goes down, black can actually connect under. So now black is kind of safe. This was black's opportunity to get the lead in the game. So white is still under attack, which means white should go out with a Keima here and just jump out to save his group. There is no time to invade, this is too dangerous. So instead of playing a Kosumi, black can start with a cap move, then white comes out between the groups, and here black can separate, either with a Keima like this or just turn. Now when white comes out, black will play a Keima or a one space jump and just kill the group on the left, which is already great because black didn't lose much giving up the K5 stone in order to catch the lower left corner. Now if white tries to save the lower left corner, he will play Hane, then Nobi up in order to run into the center, but then the stones on the bottom will die on a large scale. So this would be a successful catch for black and build a lot of territory compared to the actual game. Now the idea was pretty similar with this Kosumi, but black didn't get to kill much here. So now black can consider the cut, then Atari, and then Atari again, and now connect. So the group on the left side it's again surrounded, no way out. It's just caught, and the bottom stones are still floating. So this was a big chance for black to get some profit. Now here, instead of going to the second line, black should cover. It's not a problem if white cuts h3. Black can Atari once, and then Hane in the head of 3 stones and capture everything. So going on the second line, thinking that it's a way to remove the base, it's not necessary here because k3 doesn't have a base anyway. Of course, white is looking to cut at h3. So white's thinking it's something like if black turns, white will cut. If black plays Atari, white goes down. Now when black separates, white catches the 2 stones, and if black blocks this way, white can connect under. But when white cuts, black doesn't have to play Atari j3. Black can play Atari from h2 or no Atari at all, and then one space jump to surround everything. So if this happens, white doesn't have enough room inside to leave. This group is just a bulky 5 and it's completely dead. So there's a better approach to the bottom group, the killing. Instead of j2, just to protect, try to cover. Or turn, because the turn is attacking the other group in the center, so when white comes out, black can surround the group in the middle and kill this one, I mean the lower left group. So this means when black comes out, white goes out, black can play the vital point, the ice stealing Tetsuji, and then just surround the stone on the bottom on a large scale. So instead of playing moves inside the territory, make the border on the outside and build more on the bottom. So this was just slow, and white was not supposed to go to the second line, but to the fourth line and go out faster. This is the way for white to make a sabaki. Now taking away the base more with a move like L2, it's also slow, black should cover, come from the top and surround everything. So once again turn and then kill all, even on a larger scale, for example like this. So this was the big opportunity black missed in the game. Here black can turn. The stone will die anyway. I mean, when Hane, you can block with Hane or just cover, and then white again has to run out. This way, it's a very small capture. The right move is to play Atari O2, because sometimes white doesn't go Atari right away. White can go out, and then only when you fight the Ko, he will use Atari L1. So when this happens, let's say black is busy to finish the Ko, and white captures 2 stones. But when Atari from below, if the same scenario happens, we fight a Ko somewhere. So Atari here has a Ko threat. Black plays away to finish the Ko. Let's say there was a Ko fight in the top. Now when white captures 2 stones, N1 will die too. So that's why N1 is better to be at O2. But here it didn't matter because white played the Atari under quite early. So now the shape is the same. Then white is supposed to jump out. He's in danger. This Atari can be skipped. Black should turn right away. Now, white has only one eye on the bottom side, and the group in the middle is also in trouble. And after the turn, black can just Keima to surround the bottom group. So this is another opportunity for black. Surround the bottom and eventually kill something. Yeah, Kosumi is too obvious, and it doesn't affect the left side more. So push one time, then take the vital point, push along, white will jump in the middle and surround the group. This way, white is captured. There's only one eye on the bottom. So if white plays the bamboo connection, black can surround this way. And again, it's completely dead. So white comes out. It's not like white is going to play in the center, very proper, and then allow the capture on the bottom. This would be nice. So white goes out, and now normally black should compensate killing the other group. But it's not so easy. I mean, this peep can happen, then try to surround, but white will find a way to make some eye shape by capturing one stone. So those are the 2 eyes. So black jumps, white protects the middle. White again should worry about the bottom group and make some eyes here. So white encloses the center, then black didn't attack severe enough. This peep is still the right move to consider, and in this case, pull back. Oh, in fact, black can double up. Then when white plays here, black will block, push, block again. Then on this move, black can false the second eye. Yeah, so black had a chance to kill everything again. And in this case, black will win the game. So now black is trying to reduce and still didn't kill the bottom. Now it's obvious that black can't go inside the top too much, so the only chance is to play this kind of move and kill everything. One eye only. So the key point was G6. Peep, if white connects, pull back in this case. On the push, block, push again, block, cut, defend, resist all these Ataris. No problem, and in the end the group is surrounded. So this is where the game could turn. Now white found the timing to protect. Too bad. These moves, they don't really help black. Black should just separate and Atari once. Then leave the position like this because black can connect under here anytime or connect in the center. So now reduce the top. All cente, then make some cente moves on the side, and then count the game. It gets closer now. So the hand is good, the push is fine. It's better to play f18 here, but before then just push one time to make sure white doesn't cut. Many cutting points in the top, so black could reduce a few more points. Yeah, the connection is proper. This is small at the particular stage of the game. That was big. Here, instead of playing the block in Gote, white can no be threatening the cut. So black has to protect, and then white has to protect, and black can push and capture one more stone. S5 is good to protect against the monkey jump. This is also a cente move. Normally, white should protect like this. Otherwise, black can Atari and come out and extend again. This move is not necessary. So Atari, Atari again, and go out. Then keep going out and capture the push again. Then capture all those 5 stones. So if white turns, black will cover. If white cuts, black turns, and now the group on the right side has a big problem. In fact, black can Atari first, and it's game over. It's all dead. If white connects, there's a double Atari here, or Atari, Atari, and capture, or after those Ataris just go out. So this would be a disaster for white. Playing q4, it's not necessary, because if white plays that move, nothing happens. So let's say Atari here, go out again. White makes some I shape, black extends again, then white plays q4. Nothing to worry about here. Black will Han and capture it. But okay, let's say white goes out first, black plays away, and now q4. Now on this q4, black will play p4, and when white cuts, Atari and go down. And this is the kind of situation where black has an eye and white doesn't, so white can't approach to win the semi in the corner. Therefore, black didn't have to answer in advance. So this block was slack. This move also. Once again, black would cut, go out, and go out again. Then when white makes life, black will push along. And if white becomes ambitious to push, black has the Atari and connect. And now white has to leave on the right side, but loses the bottom stones. If white saves the bottom stones, Atari and kill the right side. So black again missed some opportunities to come back in the game. Oh, that was a misclick. So here comes the chance, Atari, where white will give up one stone, I guess, but Atari and go out. So black's move at 07 was a preparation, which was good, but too bad of the misclick. So that was it. Nothing spectacular to do from now on. Well, white tried to kill the middle, but that's all connected. Here it's better to connect solid and then play Atari, leaves less cut threads. The corner is alive already, so no need to play fancy moves. The double up is not necessary. White can play away, Atari connect, peep connect. So white is fine. That was just -1 point. And that's it. So in this game, white was actually a little bit lucky, because black didn't kill the group on the left side, black didn't kill the bottom, and didn't punish on the right. So even without destroying most of the center or reducing the center in time, black could still win this game in several occasions. Enjoy the review and punish them next time.